Righto, here we go with the lucky last heat. And as you heard Chris say, half the track lights have been knocked out again. We've still got enough light at the moment. The others should come on again shortly. Humphreys and Brown will lead them into the main straight. Top 5 point scorers all in the one event. Damon Thompson got a great start. So head up into turn number 1. Dale Cockman from the second row. He's on the outside. They're 3 wide. The yellow lights are coming on. It'll be a no start. So restart in the lucky last. Damon Thompson got a flyer in car number 10. Some of them are a bit edgy, I would suspect. There's one car on the infield, that is the 14 of Ken McPherson. Now Kenny is the 5th highest point scorer at the moment. He's got some damage to the front end, but the steering appears to be okay. And numerous drivers have been warned for going offline before the start. One of those was Barney McKean. Now, will Kenny McPherson rejoin? Jason Oldfield was another. He's having a discussion with the officials. Green lights are on, they're away and racing. Damon Thompson gets the best of the start. They're 3 wide into turn 1. It doesn't normally work. Someone will get spat out. Daniel Padala keeps it going. And here come the charge of the Light Brigade. Cockman takes the lead momentarily. Zane Humphreys goes back to the lead. Damon Thompson third. 4-1 car spin as Jason Oldfield as they move out of turn number 2. And he goes back to last. Padala in 4th place. The yellows are coming on. The yellows are coming on, which must mean there was contact. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a stoppage. The yellows have come on. Complete restart has been called, and 84 is being sent to the rear of the field, and that is why he's charging across the infield, one would suspect. He's not happy. He's pointing the finger at the clerk, of course. Darren Crow's asking him to settle down. He's shaking his head. And he's not moving. He's being sent to the rear of the field. He's taken the steering wheel off the column of the car. And he's now shaking his head and refusing to move, and I know what the next course of action will be. He's been told to line up or be black flagged. That is the course of action that's about to be taken. Darren Crow is talking to him calmly. He's refusing to move. He either goes rear of field. He's putting the steering wheel back on. I think he has decided rear of field is better than to go off the track. Now, if that doesn't fire him up, nothing will. This is going to be an interesting 10 laps. This is our 3rd take at the lucky last. Here's the 4th highest qualifier at the moment. Starting race about to go green. Damon Thompson gets the best of the start. Cockman on the outside. Zane Humphreys is there. And he's charging through already. Jason Oldfield is taken on 1 and 2 and spins again. He spins and he's on the infield. He races across the infield. Underneath is Sean Fitzgerald and up behind Ken McPherson. So they come out of 4. Another car goes by himself. That is Barney McKean. It's Damon Thompson, the leader. Here comes Damon Brown. Damon Brown is going to look for the lead. Damon Thompson spins in front of him. Around the outside goes Zane Humphreys. They got past him. Thompson throws the car in reverse. The race continues. Now we've got 1st and 2nd on points. 1st and 2nd on the racetrack. Daniel Padala looking for a way through on Damon Thompson. Back in 3rd place it's Zane Humphreys. Cockman in 4th place. Back to Kenny McPherson. And Jason Oldfield's back in 6th place. Down the back straight they go once again. It's Damon Brown. If he wins this, he He will start on pole position in the state final, but Padala's got other ideas. Daniel Padala comes on the inside and takes the lead. If Padala wins, he will start on pole, and Padala hits the front. Brown back to second place. Humphreys is third. He runs wide, and Cockman goes to third. Here comes Jason Oldfield. He comes up to fifth place. Brown's not done with Padala. Padala's just in front. Brown right up behind him. Back in third place. It's the 5 of Cockman. Then Humphreys. Ken McPherson is up behind Jason Oldfield. He's in fifth place. What a great race. It's Padala by a car length. Brown comes again, and all these two fight for the lead. Here comes Cockman, and Jason Oldfield's up to fourth place as they come into the main straight as Padala, Brown, Cockman, Oldfield, Humphreys, Kenny McPherson. Into the back straight once again. It's a race in two still. Damon Brown, the hope of the locals here in Moora, right up behind Padala. Into the main straight, one car nearly in the fence, which was Damon Thompson. Cockman closing on the two lead cars, Padala and Damon Brown. And now you can just about say Cockman's with them. Back in fourth is Jason Oldfield. And Damon Thompson further back is being asked to get off. He's got a very flat tyre. Back to our leaders. Brown is coming at Padala, and Cockman's coming at a rate of knots. The three of them together. Sean Fitzgerald spins further back. He's out of harm's way. Cockman up behind Brown. Padala gets away by a car length or two. Back to Jason Oldfield, who's closing on them. Into the main straight, Padala, Brown, Cockman. Throw a blanket over them with a couple to go. Oldfield is fourth, Humphreys, and back to Kenny McPherson. If this is how they finish in this race, that's how they'll start the final. Down into turn 1 and 2. Padala will start on pole, or Brown will, depending on where they finish. Into the main straight again. Padala has one to go. Brown and Cockman. Jason Oldfield is fourth. Down into turn 1 and 2. It's Carnarvon's Daniel Padala, a former state champion, ahead of Brown and ahead of Cockman. As they come out of turn 4, put your hands together. Our pole sitter in the state final will be Daniel Padala from Carnarvon. Brown is second. Cockman is third in the lucky last. Jason Oldfield finishes fourth. Zane Humphreys is fifth. Kenny McPherson is sixth. Seventh is Sean Fitzgerald. Barney McKean is eighth. And Jason Oldfield is back for a further discussion with the officials. How about putting your hands together though for Daniel Padala of Carnarvon? He wins the lucky last and ensures he starts on pole position in the 35 lap A main coming up later tonight. Wow.
Jason has gone for a further discussion, but I think there's only going to be one winner. Okay, let's hand you now over to the Minister for Speedway, Grant Woodhams, who's just waiting for our heat winner, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he's there.
Daniel will be here in a moment. I'm tempted to go and eavesdrop on the conversation between Jason Oldfield and Darren Crowe, but that would not be the right thing to do. But Daniel Padala just pulling up now. We'll just let him get the helmet off and all the transponder gear, all the necessary things that you need to wear while you're out and racing. Daniel Padala, the winner of that one, and Daniel start on pole in the feature.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty hard, that race. The track's starting to get a bit skatey and heaps of wheel spin coming at the back. It was a bit hard, but still just hang in there and just take it easy through the corners, and yeah, it was pretty good.
The guy that finished second to you, Damon Brown, he'll start alongside you in the feature. The guy that finished third, Dale Cochran, will start inside row 2. So the top three, the way they finished that heat's the way they'll start the feature. Anything different to prepare for the feature?
Yeah, we'll just check the car over, make sure it's all right to go. Yeah, there's not much else we can do really, except we'll just cross our fingers and see how it all goes, I suppose.
Well, congratulations, Daniel. You're the top point scorer. You qualify on top. You're a former state title holder, and you may be bringing the title back home to Western Australia.
Yeah, thanks, Grant. Yeah, see how we go. Thanks, everyone.
Daniel Padala, the winner of that heat, and the gentleman who'll start on pole in our feature tonight, the Western Australian Street Stock Championship.